Wrestling fans, welcome to a special edition of Strong Style. I'm your host, Jeremy the Impact York, and I am joined by the one and only voice of 12 Gauge Professional Wrestling. He is MJF's favorite ring announcer, Kyle Charisma. How are you, Kyle?
I'm everybody's favorite ring announcer. MJF just happens to recognize talent when he sees it. Um, Hold on. Zoom is being weird. I've never used Zoom. See, I'm not a guy who likes to use technology. I like to read books because I'm a real down to earth human being, and I think you're going to find that out as we continue this interview. That I'm just like my idol here. I'm salt of the earth, and everybody knows it. So let's talk about some wrestling or whatever. I don't watch wrestling, so
Exactly. And that's part of why, I met you with the last 12 Gauge show. And I said, you know what? This guy is going to be perfect to have on to talk about 12 Gauge and to talk about the card coming up and the special things that Rocky is doing up in Rome and now Calhoun.
and I appreciate that, Jerry. Whenever we come to Cartersville or wherever the hell we are, it's it's a time. I'll give you that. It's a time.
Yep. Absolutely. And, before we get into talking about this 12 Gauge blowback, which is the name of this one card coming up this weekend, uh, kind of a brief, just don't have to go too far back, but just a brief. How did you kind of get bit by that wrestling bug and end up as the voice of 12 Gauge?
I mean, it's undisputed that when the microphone is in my hands, I am King Midas. I turn it into gold. It's just how it works, and I don't know honestly anything about wrestling. I've never been a fan of it personally. Growing up, I always thought it was fake. And the more that I've gotten to talk to everyone backstage, I realize that they're all a bunch of fakers. So I'm here to be the realest guy in the room. And Rocky realizes that that sells tickets. He doesn't like it because he's fake as hell too. But when he gives me that microphone, I make money for him and he gives me money. So I guess that's enough for me. Personally, I can't wait to get the hell out of here and get a real career going in a real industry. But it's something to do on the weekends, and it gives me some beer money.
There you go. Everybody has their own motivation. But as I said, we do have the card coming up from this weekend. They're going to be out in Calhoun.
Is it this weekend?
It is. It's Sunday actually. Yep. So
Shit.
so
Okay. I might have
yep.
to move some stuff around, but look, Kyle Charisma is probably going to be there. But shit, I thought it was next weekend. Okay. It's what day? What day is today?
Today is Monday.
Monday. Okay. See, I thought it was Wednesday, and you know what that means. But Sunday, August 11th, or no,
No, that's the
August
10th. The
August
10th.
10th. So
Yep.
Sunday, August 10th. It's around what, like 7 p.m. It's normally at 7, right? Uh
No, actually, the doors are going to open at 4 and 4:30. Shotgun start here
okay.
for
So
12 gauge.
August 10th, 4 p.m. Be there, buy your tickets. Make sure that in the notes section you write Kyle Charisma sent me, because I want to actually get paid my due. Because let's face it, no one goes there to see the wrestlers. And I know we're going to talk about the wrestling and whatever. I don't care. It's the best wrestling show in Northwest Georgia. I couldn't care less. I'm from California. And so just make sure you tell them Kyle Charisma sent you, because that's why you're really there. So
See, there you go. Right in the note. Just go ahead and put Kyle Charisma. If you don't know how to spell it, he's on social media. It's real easy. Just put Kyle sent me. They'll know who you're talking about.
let's face it, it's Northwest Georgia. Nobody here knows how to spell. But if you just try your best, you I'll still get paid. That's what matters. It's okay. You can spell it wrong. Shit happens. Oh,
Yep.
sorry. I'm not allowed to swear apparently. But whatever. I don't care, Jerry. So get on with your questions or whatever. This is real hard hitting journalism you got here, bud.
Absolutely. And it's Jeremy, by the way. Jerry's close enough. That's fine.
Sorry,
No
Gary.
worries. Same difference. Just to get the house cleaning out of the way, front row ticket $16, which is, I mean, you want to sit as close to Kyle as you can. I mean,
If you
I don't
can't
know why
afford
you'd want to sit further back.
$16, then frankly, why are you even like here in the first place? Just click off the video. We don't need a bunch of pores hanging out at our shows. We have enough of them.
Well, and regular tickets are 12, and I actually had fans literally look at us last time around and say, "This is the best entertainment you can get for $16. Why would you not want to come here?" And I mean, I have to agree.
I'd pay way more to see me, and that's just the bottom line because Kyle Charisma said so.
Absolutely. Let's jump into this card a little bit. Um, in one of the newest matches that was thrown out there, we'll get into some of your favorite wrestlers later because they are going to be later on this card. But
So many of
the
them.
team of Beat and Beyond, which is DRP, who was the runner-up in the Gauntlet last time around, had a pretty good showing, and the Space Cowboy, not to be confused with the cowboy that you are. They are
Punk
going to
rock
take
cowboy. Get
the
my
Punk
name
Rock
right,
Cowboy.
Gary. It's the punk rock cowboy. You got to get my name right.
I'm writing it down right now.
Thank you. Jeez. Didn't know you could write.
The Pink Rock Cowboy. Got
I,
it.
I, I see your ears are just as bad as your brain, Gary. Yeah, so this new guy, DRP,
Mm-hmm.
or Blue Pants, as I believe he was known at the
Blue Pants.
show. Um,
He was
Blue
Blue Pants. Yeah.
Blue Pants is all right. I mean, he seems like kind of a goody two shoes to me, and I don't tend to really enjoy watching those guys. But he was all right, you know. The other guy, Space Cowboy, the highest in the room, which like very disputable because I'm in that room too. Um,
That's true.
that's true. That's very true. That's damn true. And I don't know. I mean, what's tag team wrestling? It's just four guys instead of two guys. I mean, is it
Mm-hmm.
really that different? I don't care. Tag teams, whatever. Tag team wrestling is stupid, and I don't know why people watch it. I think Vince McMahon was right. I think that tag team wrestling is boring, and we just want to watch big meaty men slapping each other. So let's just have two of them instead of four of them. That's my opinion. That might be controversial, but you know, nobody watches this show, so it won't matter if it's controversial.
But Beach and Beyond are going to take on the formidable duo of Lethal Gaines, who is a good friend of the show, Lamar Phillips. He might be one of your favorite wrestlers once you meet him, and I think you'll figure out why. And then Chris Gaines, who has been on quite a few shows up there as well. We're kind of used to him on the other side of the coin, but Gaines has actually got quite the vendetta, and they're going to want to take it to Beach and Beyond. They're probably going to beat him up pretty good.
I have nothing negative to say about Lethal Gains.
That's smart.
That's right. I think I'm going to leave that one at no comment, actually.
You're using the advice I give people. I said, "You think I made it this far with just a pretty face? Sometimes you got to be smart." But up next, we're going to get quite the different spin on things as we are going to get Vivian Cross versus Eden Monroe. That is the Battle of the Queens, as the Queen of the Red Carpet is going to take on the Queen of the Revolution. You guys should come see this. These are two of the better talents out in the area, and I think you're going to have fun announcing that one.
I am gonna have a horrible time announcing that one because I have worked with Eden Monroe before, and they are just the worst because every time they intend on announcing themselves, and it's like, look,
Uh,
you're paid to come in here and do whatever boring stuff you do. I'm here to talk, and so when you're taking my opportunity to talk, what you're doing is you're taking money away from the people, and you're trying to take money away from me. So Eden and I've never seen eye to eye. But I'm gonna meet Vivian. I don't know. I mean, never seen Vivian stuff. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to kind of side with Eden here, where at least I know who Eden is. And yeah,
true.
even though I don't like them one bit. Uh, at least I know who they are. So gotta give Eden their due
He will
there.
get. evil you know over evil you don't know. I mean, it's a big thing, and Vivian's going to have to try real hard to win over the crowd because I think Eden is going to command the crowd's attention. But
Yeah.
speaking of people that are going to get the crowd's attention, we get the return of one of the best, or actually two of the best in the state of Georgia and around, Hakeem Young, who you had a little dust up with, but I think it's just a miscommunication. And
No comment.
yeah, once
Uh,
again, that's a smart decision. And if you missed it at the last show, don't worry about it. You don't need to know at this point.
nah, nah.
But Hakeem Young is gonna the body snatcher. True story on that one is going to face up and comer and very good second generation talent Zach Buchanan. His For people who don't know, his older brother is in NXT, and he is the son of Bull Buchanan. And these are two of the best in the state.
Yeah, I don't know what NXT is because again, I don't watch wrestling. But whoever this guy is, if he can step up to Hakeem, Hakeem is he's great, and Hakeem and I have absolutely no problems. And once again, no comment.
I think once again that's the old noodle working there. Also, we're going to get to see Brandon Garvin versus BK Bennett. BK Bennett is making quite the statement as the resident rock star in the West Georgia area. He wrestles all over, and Brandon Garvin's going to have to bring his A game to take out the rock star.
I do have a little bit of a beef with anyone who has a rock star gimmick because after all, I am the punk rock cowboy. I play the guitar. BK Bennett, I'd love to see you bring a guitar or a drum set and prove that you really are the rock star that you say you are.
Hmm.
But as far as this other guy, Brandon Garvin, I'll tell you what. I no lies, no lie. Tell me when I'm telling lies. But I tied up with him a little bit in the ring before the show, and I gotta say, not impressed, you know. And
Mm.
I got scoliosis, so if I can keep up with him, I'm sure BK Bennett will have no problem whooping him. I mean, you saw the way that he whooped Corey Lames, the coattail rider's ass at the last show. He
Mm.
made him bleed like a stuffed pig. So Brandon, good luck, buddy. My boy BK is gonna massacre you, and that is going to be a first blood match just the same.
Hey, there you go. Yeah, you make reference to BK Bennett getting his big win over Corey James, as you said, in the first blood match. For people who don't know, the match before that, Corey busted open BK Bennett, busted his face up pretty good. BK Bennett got him back in the last one. So yeah, Brandon's gonna have to watch out, or he may end up like Corey.
He's gonna end up worse than Corey, I guarantee it, because Corey got an accidental win busting his nose open, but BK showed him what he's really made of. And Brandon, you cannot mess with a man who's already had to prove who he is once. So good luck,
That's
bud. You
very
got to
true.
prove who you are.
Absolutely. And for somebody who doesn't have to prove who he is, we are joined by Kyle Charisma as we're talking about the 12 gauge show blowback this Sunday. 4 p.m. is when the doors open. 4:30 is when the bell time actually is up in Calhoun, Georgia. Next matchup, another two of the best in Georgia as we welcome back Chad Skywalker, one of the most innovative wrestlers I have seen in a long time, versus kind of West Georgia's star on the making, the wrestling sensation AJ Black. He is a big time brawler, but last week I saw him jump off the top of a wall onto his opponent. So not afraid to do what he's got to do.
I mean, clearly he is blowing the roof off the building if he's jumping off the walls. So I don't know anything about this AJ Black guy, so I have everything to learn, just like our audience. But I know Chad Skywalker is one hell of an opponent. I saw someone walk up to Chad backstage, and they said, "Oh, are you related to Luke and Leia?" And he said, "I'm not a nerd. Get the hell out of my face." And he puts on this like good guy act up front, but like we all know Chad Skywalker, he's a tough sob, and so people might like him, but I don't think he cares about who likes him. I think he cares about beating people, and so Chad Skywalker, in my opinion, is probably going to walk away with the win on that one. But I don't know anything about AJ Black, so he might surprise me, whoever the hell he is.
I think he'll definitely surprise you. I definitely give you that. I think that's more than a good thing about him. What's the other? Also, we are going to get. I missed one somewhere in here. Oh, your. I guess he's your second favorite wrestler because your first favorite wrestler is not going to be on this card. I believe he's not quite healed from what Ryan Marks did to him last
Yeah.
time around. But Ryan Marks is going to be facing. I have it somewhere. Not sure where it went all of a
I
sudden.
think it's that guy
Oh,
who
right,
has
there it is.
nothing to lose.
That's it. Nothing to lose, Chris Crunk. That is no disrespect to Chris Crunk. That is more disrespect to my producer, who did not send me the graphic. Uh, but um, but
Producers, am I right? I cannot stand my boss. I mean, Rocky, if you're watching, you know my grievances. But here's the thing when it comes to 12 gauge pro wrestling is that all right, fine. You want the hot scoop, Gary? You want the hot scoop? The hot scoop is this. I think Rocky should have just given that title to the man who really deserves it. I mean, Ryan Marks went above and beyond by attacking Walker 13, who quite frankly deserves it, okay? Because he attacked me and he coerced me into saying lies live in front of the entire stage. He threatened my life when I called him my second favorite wrestler, which is a hell of a compliment. It's one hell of a compliment, okay? But it just wasn't good enough for him, and he attacked me. And I got no respect for that. And that man, that monster, is a bad person. And if you look up to him, if he's your hero because he's the champion, then you don't understand how this business works and you don't understand how life works, okay? Because Ryan Marks went above and beyond to get what he wanted, and it still was taken away from him. And that is ridiculous. A man puts his life and his family's life on the line to be in this business, okay?
Mhm.
And then you call him the devil. What, just because he's willing to get his due? If Ryan Marks is the devil, then I don't want to be on his bad side, okay? I am fully with him. I will be his advocate 100%. And Chris Crunk, I, I've seen Chris Crunk before, but I've seen Ryan Marks before too, and this is a new Ryan Marks. So Chris Crunk, if he truly has nothing left to lose, then he might be able to stand toe to toe with the devil. But if it's the same Chris Crunk I met before, I don't think he's ready for this new Ryan Marks. And that's just my opinion. But I've seen this man bleed because he wanted this title, and it was taken away from him. So what else is he going to do to get it?
It's not bad points you're making right there. I can't dispute either one of them because I had seen Ryan Marks a couple of times at different shows, and before I saw him, basically when he turned that page and became the devil. And if you see the levels that he was willing to go to just for that heavyweight title to come up short, I mean, that puts everybody on notice that you better be watching out because if you happen to be in Ryan Mark's way, uh, that's a deal with the devil you don't want to make. But this is a completely loaded card. I like the early bell time because that way people can get home in time to go to their day job. Something somebody like you doesn't need because you're so successful with the wrestling announcing that you're
100%.
not a fan of.
Yes. No, that because honestly, if you watch wrestling, you're a mark, okay? And speaking of marks, I think we had a fan, a fan of mine, which makes him better than the other marks. But some mark wanted to ask a couple questions for me, so go ahead, do your job, and pull those up for me, Gary.
That and a little bit of housekeeping once again. I just want to clarify that the reason why Walker 13 is your second favorite wrestler is because your first is over your shoulder. I just want to put that out there.
Indeed, Maxwell Jacob Friedman is salt of the earth. I mean, I met him. Some of you might have seen. I got to meet this man, and we got along fantastically. He only told me to shut up about 3 times, which I can't blame him because he was scared of me overshadowing him. And that's the thing is competition, it breeds special relationships. And so
Yep.
when the best wrestler in the world understands that the best ring announcer in the world is standing right in front of him, he tries to pull up his britches a little bit, tries to puff out his chest a little bit. I mean, and
Yep.
he he chopped me harder than I'm sure any wrestler has ever been chopped by him, and I stood right back up like a man. Don't believe Rocky's lies with Rocky's edited video where it makes it look like I don't get right back up. I saw that, Rocky. I saw what you did. I
You
got
did get
right
up
back
pretty
up
quickly.
because I'm a champion. I don't lose. I have a perfect zero loss record in 12 gauge. And you can bring up the zero wins too, but it doesn't matter. I have a perfect zero loss record, and no one else in 12 gauge can say that. No one else. So get on with the questions, Gary. Do your freaking job, man.
But I do have it on good authority because the people who were helped run MJF table there are media friends of mine, and everything Kyle's telling you right now is 100% accurate. He did get right up, and these two got along like the salt of the earth people that they are, and no lies were just told.
You can find the true footage on my personal Instagram and Facebook, Kyle Charisma. Very easy to find. There's only one Kyle Charisma, so you can see the real footage there. Don't don't look at what Rocky's posting because it's all lies. Don't listen to what Rocky says. Listen to Kyle Charisma. Okay, so
And if MJF only asked you politely because he's a very polite gentleman to quiet down 3 times, that's only 47 less times than Rocky did.
100%. And you know what? Rocky is. I mean, if MJF is salt of the earth, then Rocky is pepper because he makes me sneeze. So let's just go ahead
Yep.
and get
Let's
to
get into
something
these
that
questions.
doesn't irk me so much.
I did reach out to I reached out to the fan base, and a couple people gave some questions here. Let's get into it. Let's uh, let's start right there with what did it feel like taking a chop from MJF?
I mean, again, as I said, he chopped me harder than I guarantee he's ever chopped anybody else, and I got right back up, and it wasn't shit. I mean, there's a picture you can see of the mark it left on my chest, and I take that as a very proud battle scar. It's all healed and gone now. And, but it was nothing. I mean, it basically felt like a pillow fight. It was just nothing. I could take anything. The only reason I'm not a wrestler is because of my scoliosis. But that's just my back. The front, solid as steel, solid as steel. And I believe that was one of the questions too: is when is Kyle Charisma going to jump in the ring?
It
And
is.
so
Are you planning on getting in the ring at some point as a competitor, or are you just sticking to what you do now?
yeah, I am so good at my job that people are asking me if I will take over their jobs. And it's just ridiculous because this is supposed to be a team here. I have my job of talking, other people have their job of wrestling, but I'm so good at talking that people want to see me in that ring. But again, I have scoliosis. It is a very major health issue, and so if anyone tries to mock me or bombard me with questions about my disease, my physical ailments, then those people are just scumbags. And that's all I got to say on the subject because we all know that I would be the world champion. Let's face it, I've got the repertoire around me. I've got gold because everything I touch is gold. Uh, but when it comes to jumping in that ring, I don't want to make anyone feel bad that a guy with scoliosis beat them. So it's that simple. It's that simple, Gary.
And see, and that's just the salt of the earth. Back to that again. Person that you are is that you're such an outspoken advocate for everybody who has that ailment.
It's truly a bigger problem in this world than I think anything. Like as far as economic injustice, social injustice, cancer, like any of those things are really nothing compared to scoliosis. I mean, it's yeah. I feel like not enough people are talking about it. So I'm proud. I'm proud to lead that cause. Go tip your chiropractors, please.
As somebody who believes in chiropractors, I tend to agree.
Yep.
But Matt Williams, super fan of the show. I think I met him
Never
at the
heard of
last
him.
show. I'll point him out. You can meet him next time because that way you can ask him more clarifications on his question.
Mm.
This is actually a good question. This is one I get asked about this show. Other than Ryan Marks, which member of the 12 gauge roster has the most potential to challenge Walker 13 for the belt?
Hmm. Well, now we were talking about Blue Pants earlier, because Blue Pants was in that battle royal. But here's the thing: is
Yep, DRP. Yep.
Blue Pants might have gotten some people's attention, but nobody cares about that. It's about wins and losses, and the man who won that match is a man, the educated athlete. He is Troy Carter. There's very few people in Georgia who are educated at all, let alone athletes. So to be both at the same time is truly a wonderful thing. And so for him to win that battle royal, I think clearly that should leave him as some kind of number one contender for Walker's title. And I mean, Walker barely walked out of that match. The only reason he
True.
got the pinfall win over Ryan Marks is because Ryan Marks's attention was dragged away by the stupid, ugly audience in attendance. And quite frankly, that's why I wear these glasses when I'm out there at the show. You're familiar with the film They Live, starring Roddy
Mhm.
Piper? Yeah, see, in that movie, sunglasses allow Roddy Piper to see monsters in the world. These glasses, the special ability is that they make all the ugly pigs in our audience look, like fours instead of ones, and so it's helpful. But I get distracted very easily, which is why I have to wear them while I'm performing. And you can call that drug enhancement or whatever, but it doesn't matter, because Ryan Marks was simply distracted. Otherwise, he would have won that belt. Easy peasy. Walker doesn't have it in him. When I said he's my favorite wrestler, let alone second favorite wrestler, those were absolutely bold faced lies that I was forced to tell because I was under physical threat from this monster. So, whenever this belt is taken away from him and this platform is taken away from him, we'll see how small this monster really is.
I like the Troy Carter throw out there, and between him and Ryan, I mean, you could say Lamar if Mark doesn't get it done. After that, roster's going to have to step it up a little bit. But I did see a match that I missed, and I do not want to leave this one out. It is a triple threat where Charlie Bravo, Christian Taylor and Jerry Swirls will all be going at it. I think actually, you and Jerry Swirls may possibly be maybe a salt block of the same general part of the earth. I think you might like him.
I haven't had the pleasure to meet the man, but as we all know, when I'm backstage, I'm the most polite, the most friendly man back there, and that's undisputed. And so when I get the chance to meet him, I'll see if he's worth my time. Now, as far as the other two competitors, there's one Christian Taylor who I had
Mhm.
the absolute displeasure of seeing at a show I went to recently, and it almost resulted in a fight. I'm not going to lie to you, a fight that I definitely would have won. But the third competitor in this match, I believe you mispronounced his name. I believe it's Rico Bravo.
Rico,
Um,
sorry,
and
this
and
producer's
so,
getting fired today. I swear.
well, my job is to write people's names down so I get them right, and then to say their names into a microphone. So Gary, if you could please learn how to do your job, maybe one day you could do something like I do, and
Maybe
and
so.
and be successful instead of running this show, whatever you call it. And so I think Rico's got a decent chance. I've been in the ring with that guy, and he knows how to dress. I mean, he's got some fancy chains, some fancy glasses, and that's what really matters when it comes to wrestling is how you dress. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter what you say. It matters how you dress. And so, um, with that match, I just, all right, look, it's a facade. I don't care. I don't care who wins that match. I don't care who loses that match. I don't even want to do this stupid podcast, but Rocky paid me to do it because he says people are only going to watch the show if I promote it. So we're here to get some clips and whatever. So Gary, just do your job and set me up with some better questions this time, okay?
We will try our best, but we have reached the end of today's show.
Thank God.
We
Oh,
do appreciate your undivided attention and time today, Kyle Charisma. You can see him this Sunday at 4:30 bell time, 4 p.m. Doors open up in Calhoun, Georgia. It is blowback from 12 gauge professional wrestling, pro wrestling, and Rocky Shaw up there. I'll be there. Kyle will be there. Kyle is definitely more of the reason to pay to see the show than
Tell them
I would
Kyle
be.
Charisma sent you. Tell them so I
Tell him
get
Kyle
paid.
Tell him Kyle Charisma sent you, and you will not be disappointed of your evening. But Kyle, we appreciate you being on. We will let you back to your salt of the earth life, and we will see you Sunday.
Well, Gary, again, I don't know what you do as a real day job when you're not doing this, but I appreciate you taking time out of your really mundane and boring life to talk to me and make it a little bit more interesting. So I'm going to go do amazing things, and you just keep doing whatever average stuff you're doing, bud. And for everyone at home, um, I hope you were listening to this while you're driving, and I hope you crash your car.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will see you guys Sunday. This has been another great edition of Strong Style. Deuces, gooses, go watch wrestling.